Hi friends! Today I have a special story to read to you. I chose this book because it was one of my favorites as a kid. So when I was your age, my mommy and daddy read it to me and I just thought it was the most magical book. So, you may have read it before, but I hope you enjoy it as much as I did and as much as I still do. Okay, this story is called Where the Wild Things Are. So friends, what do you see on the cover of this story? Yeah, there's lots of different things. And I wonder what this story is about. What do you think it's about, friends? Well, we'll have to find out. And friends, I hope you enjoy these illustrations as much as I do. They're filled with so much color. Where the wild things are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. And another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I will eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. Friends, does he look happy? And what do you think he was feeling? What emotions do you think he was feeling when he said, "I'll eat you up"? Do you think he was happy? Or maybe a little frustrated? That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. Now, friends, that looks really beautiful. Do you think you'd want a forest growing in your room? I don't think I'd mind it. And it grew and grew. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines, and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and so he sailed off through night and day. Friends, what does he look like in this picture? How do you think he's feeling? And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, that's a very long time, to where the wild things are. Friends, look at this wild creature. What do you see on this wild creature? And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. Friends, how would you feel if you rowed your boat onto shore and these creatures are waiting for you? Would you be a little scared? Maybe, but does Max look scared? Not really, huh? He's looking quite brave. Until Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. And then made him king of all wild things. "And now," cried Max, Let the wild rumpus start. Friends, what is he wearing on his head? What do kings usually wear? And so the rumpus began. Look at that, friends. They look like they're having fun. That looks pretty fun to me. Friends, what do you like to do with your friends? Do you guys like to climb trees like this and dance like these wild creatures in Max? Now stop, Max said, and he sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then, all around from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. Friends, why do you think these wild things are so upset that Max is leaving? Do you ever get really upset when you're playing with a friend and you have to go, but you're having really a lot of fun with them? And so maybe you start feeling a little angry. You're like, I don't want to go. And so Max sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. The end. So friends, what did you think about that story? Do you think that forest actually grew in his room? What do you think? And do you think that he was on a sailboat for a year, which is a really long time, and then he was able to come home and his supper was still hot? What do you think, friends? What do you think actually happened? Do you remember how he was feeling in the beginning of the book when he yelled at his mom, telling her that he would eat her up? Do you remember this look on his face? Yeah, he was pretty upset, right? And then as the story goes on, his emotions change, right? He goes from sad, missing his home, until the end of the story when he walks back into his room. Friends, how does he look now? He looks like he's really calmed down, right? He looks like he's a lot happier to just be home. So friends, when you feel a little angry and upset, what are some ways that you can think of that help calm you down? Do you go on little journeys like he does? I wonder. Okay, friends, thank you for listening to this story. I hope you enjoyed it. And I thought, after reading this story, that it would be fun if maybe we tried to make our own sailboats. So, can you guys build your own sailboat for Max that can float in water? Do you guys think you can do that? I know it may seem like quite the challenge, But why don't you look around your house and see if you can find some things that are already around your house. Maybe your mommies and daddies can help you find some things too, and think of some ways that you can make your own boat. And do you remember what sailboats have on it? Yeah, these are called the masts. This is the mast, and then these are the sails. So do you know what shape the sails are? Can you make a triangle out of paper? Or maybe cardboard? Okay, friends, I hope you have fun making a sailboat. Please send me a picture or a video of your boat floating in water. And I'm going to make my own sailboat too. So I will send you guys, stay tuned for a video of me floating my sailboat in water. Okay, sound good? Okay, you guys, I'll talk to you soon. Have fun.